What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Bigfoot and Coffee. It is August 31st, 2025. Guys, let's get the show on the road. Hey, welcome back to Bigfoot and Coffee. Like I said, it's the 31st of August, 2025. Super happy to be here with all of you guys. What's going on, Kim Wilson? I see you. Jeffrey Coates, Soundwave, Dillo, what is up? I see you. Kim Wilson, what's going on, everybody? Super happy to be here with all of you this morning. Soundwave says, what happened? Whatever happened to the documentary that you were working on? I'm still working on it. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, I told you that I was out shooting some B-roll, for the documentary. So that is still in the works. There's still a lot of stuff that I'm working on here and there, trying to get it done for you guys. Floyd Randall, good morning. How are you today? Dave P, good morning, my friend. Good morning. So anyways, guys, super happy to be with all of you today. Let everybody know there should be a hunt coming up on Monday, which is tomorrow. We're going to go check some DNA traps, change some SD cards out, swap some SD cards out, okay, at the geosite. All right, probably put up some tomatoes at the gifting tree, get something up there. Maybe put another puzzle up there. I don't know. We'll see what's going on there. So, good morning. I see you. So, stay tuned for that. That hunt will probably be around 3:34. I have to plan some things because the truck's running really rough still. I got one cylinder okay. I still got another cylinder that I got to work on to get the truck up and running good. So it's got COPs on it, coil over plugs. So I got to get a coil and a plug for the other cylinder. Andy, what's up? Hey, good morning there, Charles, he says. Well, good morning to you, Andy. Anyways, super happy that all of you made it this morning. Guys, I am drinking generic coffee. I think it's Beaumont from Aldi's. Not drinking black silk today. Sorry. Sometimes you just don't got the money for black silk, so you get the cheap coffee, but still, not a bad coffee. Drop a comment. Let Outdoor University know what you are drinking and me, because I'm curious. I'd like to know. Dillo says, good morning, Jeffrey. We've had a lot cooler weather here, okay? So I'm really excited about that. We have a lot of movement going on in the woods. I have one of the cell cams up, and we are seeing Floyd's drinking Dunkin', of course. That's what he always drinks, guys. You know that. Floyd Randall wouldn't drink anything but Dunkin'. We've been having a lot of wildlife movement lately. So I'm kind of curious to see what the cameras have caught out at the geosite. Old Man Whistler's, I will be going there this week, probably Wednesday, to Old Man Whistler's and replacing some batteries on some older cameras. I mean, there's some cameras that have been soaking for about 4 months. So I'm super excited to see what we can collect on those cameras. and also the Geosite camera. Mom is drinking Dunkin'. All right, there we go. Everybody seems to be drinking Dunkin' here lately. That's good coffee. Good coffee. Floyd Randall lives on it. He drinks like 4 of them a day, you know. But hey, I drink about a pot a day myself, so it's probably works out about the same. Dilla's drinking water. Temp is hot. Summer 61. At see now, my swamp is 89. Woo, 89. It's still hot. It's 56 degrees as we speak right now. But that temp's supposed to jump really drastically within the next hour. So I think today's high is supposed to be 60, 65, 66. Somewhere in there, which is perfect for me. So I'm going to try to get some more footage shot today. I have some B-roll that I have to shoot for still for the documentary. I have some B-roll that I have to shoot for a largemouth video that we did. I also have to shoot a secondary video before I run out of time on the riprap carp also. And what Andy says, good morning, Andy. Charles, have you had super dry weather? If so, not good for footprints. No, it's not good for footprints. And yeah, we've had, some pretty dry weather out there. I have plaster in the truck just in case we do run across a really, really nice one or two. So, because I like to get them in a trackway, where there's one and another one and then maybe another one, so we can document trackways, instead of it's just one print out of nowhere, that's, nobody ever shows the follow-ups, well, here's where it's walking, here's what it is. Godzilla, good morning. I see you, my friend. So that's what's happening on the Outdoor University front with today. Almost done with the members area. I worked on it yesterday, and there's just so much stuff that's going up on that. I've been uploading. All I got to do is just go through and click them, so you guys can see them, so the members can see them. Right now I got them unlisted. If you know anything about YouTube, you can still upload your video and nobody can see it except for you until you make it public, make it, for subscribers only or members only. You can do different things with them. Right now, everything is unlisted in that members area that will be going up. I still got to get that hunt. I was going through some of the old files, the Salt Fork file. I still haven't done any work on that video. It was, it's an interesting hunt, but, there was really no major evidence caught on that video. Some tree bends, some snaps. I think I found a trackway with 4 footprints in it, if I remember, 4 or 5. But, no Sasquatch, recorded on film. Andy says, weather here in Massachusetts is super dry and the ground is really hard. That's why I was asking, need rain really, really bad. Yeah, it's pretty dry up here also. It really is. So I hope you're feeling well, Floyd. That's what Jeffrey wants. By the way, Jeffrey, good morning. I hope you're feeling all right. Dave P says Morty's drinking PBR. That's crazy. That's funny. So a lot to do today. I have a very busy day. Also, I got to try to get some stands moved. There's a particular buck that I'm chasing from last year, and I have a bunch of footage of it last year, but not enough to do the episode on it. So gonna go out and do some follow up, check some cams that we do got up. I'm drinking cherry Coke till I eat breakfast, then I'll have coffee. Godzilla is drinking Folgers Classic Roast this morning, guys. Right on with the Folgers. I love Folgers. I drink the Black Soak. You guys know that. And of course, Floyd Randall's drinking Dunkin'. So there we go. Just reading some of your comments here. Letting you know what's going on behind the scenes here at Outdoor University. Trying to get some things up and running some new content for you guys. Because I mean, I got so much stuff. I got to start getting some of it off the computer before the computer starts running, slow. So I got to get some of it done. It's just that simple. So, for me this morning, alright, just reading here. I got to get some coffee here real quick because I'm running out. So talk amongst yourself for a moment. Alright guys, sorry about that. I apologize. I don't know why I didn't do that at the beginning. It is what it is. Godzilla says in northwest Indiana it is 55 degrees. Nice. So I have a trip planned. I don't know. I know the spot, but I don't know exactly when. I have a trip planned in November. All right, towards the end of November, Coshocton County, guys. It's a real super hot spot here in Ohio. Coshocton County is a lot of Sasquatch reports, a lot of sightings. It's Andy says, hey Charles, have you heard from Dominic at all? No, I haven't. I got his number. I thought he was going to help you get the drones going. Yes, we're going. I'm going to contact him, but right now there's just so many leaves on the trees. That drone ain't going to do us no good at all, And I'm feeling really grumpy this morning. Soundwave, I was feeling grumpy Friday night too. So, and if I offended anybody on Friday night, I apologize. I was feeling a little bit grumpy too. I guess it's Soundwave's turn this morning. So, but yeah, this Coshocton County trip, guys, I'm really, really excited about it. I've been in contact with somebody for a while down there. They always hit me up every once in a while, asking a bunch of questions. I wouldn't call this person it's a female. I wouldn't call her a researcher, more like an enthusiast. But she's found a lot of prints, in a certain area, and I'm gonna go down there and walk through her research area, whatever, if it's a research area or whatever, she wants to call it. She doesn't, claim to be a researcher. She just claims to be, an enthusiast. Um, so I'm going to go down there in at the end of November. Okay, I'm really looking forward to that because if you guys look into Coshocton County down in southern Ohio, man, there is. I'm telling you right now, there is a lot of sightings down there. It's a really, really, really good area. It's one of our trophy deer areas too. A lot of wilderness down in that area. It grows some of Ohio's largest deer. It also has some of Ohio's most recent reports. Andy, we better off using a drone in the fall so we can see more on the ground. That's what I'm saying too. Floyd Reynolds says it's 60 there in Maine where he is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We're gonna go down. We're taking a bunch of cameras with us. I'm gonna do a bunch of recorded stuff with her, and I'm going to do some live stuff down there too. By myself. Okay, just so you guys know that will be coming up here at Outdoor University. I would like to get, I'd like to start doing some traveling and see what we could get, but it is what it is right now. So, hopefully, God will make a way for, Outdoor University to prevail. Like I've told you before, revenue's been down on the channel. Our views and our CPMs have dropped due to, not a lot of, videos being uploaded. And it varies when you have, I can't produce a Sasquatch every time I go into the woods. That's just not going to happen. That's not how it works, So, Soundwave says, I have a large research area. I have two Bigfoot clans. They are 11 miles apart. On some road, I have two groups. One wood knockers, never heard wood knocks from trees, X clan. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good, Need to get some trail cams out in that area. Soundwave. That would be really cool. Get some trail cam evidence, That would be, some pretty interesting stuff. I was watching a YouTuber who went and he walked the Freeman footage trail, camped out over there at the Freeman footage. He went to a couple different ones. He went to the Patterson site, Bluff Creek, of course. He went to the Freeman footage one, and he went to some other one, famous sighting. I didn't watch the last one. I fell asleep, but, he was, showing some of the Freeman footage, and which I believe is some of the greatest footage out there. If you guys don't know what the Freeman footage is, you should probably check it out and research it. Andy says, we've been seeing a lot of Squatch sightings pop up on YouTube these past couple of weeks. It's because it's starting to get fall. It's starting to become mating season. It's starting, It's going to start up north first, and it's going to trickle down south, just like, the whitetail rut. It starts up north first, and it's going to trickle down. Destroys cameras and takes whole trees down that have cameras on it. I had that happen to me. I had him steal a whole tree with a cell cam on it. If you remember that, a whole tree. We don't even know where the tree's at. It was carried off. About that big around. Tree. I'm in a big tree. But yeah, I believe breeding season's coming, so you're gonna start seeing more and more of uh, sightings. You're gonna start, hearing more and more of people catching vocalizations, um, and stuff like that. That's what I believe. And that's just, it is what it is. The other clan, this is Soundwave, guys. He says the other clan on Jim Dill Road just seemed to avoid the whole area when government put trail cams for cats. Okay. Huh. Maybe they know. Curtis, good morning. How are you this morning, Curtis? Super happy that you're here with us this morning. What's up? So, but yeah, I mean, I want to get out and check our DNA traps. Pull those ones, um, and put new ones out. We haven't had any, rain here. We had rain the other day, but not enough. I mean, it was very little, very little. So I need to get out there before anything washes away. I mean, tissue will stay on those DNA traps. You know, um, that's if it goes deep enough. I got them set pretty good. The Park Service lost 7 cams. LOL. I won't give them a clue. Don't know. I mean, it's obviously, we've had cameras taken. We've had cameras destroyed. We know that they don't like cameras, Soundwave. We already know this. Yeah, and look, they notice. Deer even notice. You know what I'm saying? Hillbilly Supplement, what's up? I pulled a trail cam the other day, a deer cam, and dude, I had deer looking straight into the camera, straight into it. You know, so I need to get some coffee in me this morning. I got up super early. It was like 5 o'clock when I got up. I've been up since 5, so and that's early for me on Sundays. But I did. I got up early and got started getting motivated, started getting some stuff done. I got to dig out some ratchet straps and stuff. We got a few tree stands that have to be moved. I got to start clearing some SD cards this morning. We got a bunch of our Tascos are going out. I got 2 right here that they're ready to roll. So we're gonna get those out, get those hunting for us. Next month we should have our live cams up, okay, where everybody will be able to log in, right, and watch the woods. You'll be able to hunt. There'll be a camera at Old Man Whistler's. There will also be a camera at the Geo site. I have to check into something real quick. Godzilla, call me after this. I need you to look into something for me on those cameras before we do this. And it almost crossed my mind. Slipped my mind. So it's important because we're gonna go. Godzilla figured out how to do that with everything. I've worked midnights for so long, and I'm not able to sleep at night. Okay. Some chick. The Park service is lost. Oh, I read that one. Now I forgot what I was saying. I hate when that happens, you know? I hate when that happens. And yes, my hair's starting to do some weird stuff again, so I don't want to see no hair comments. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll be able to get our live cams up next month. I'm super excited about that. That makes me very happy. So we'll see how that goes. Should I got to get batteries for Hillbilly Supplements sent us 2 more regular trail cams, not cells, but the ones with the cards. You know, I want to get those out. Okay, I want to get one at the Geo, one at Old Man Whistler. I got a bunch of trail cams at Old Man Whistler's. I mean, I got ones that haven't been checked for like 4 months over there. So I got to get over there to, you know, and get them checked, you know. I should have checked them last time I was there. When I was there last week is what I should have done. But I didn't, you know. I didn't have any cards with me. That's the problem. I totally forgot to bring cards. So I got to bring some cards with me. I got, you know, a bunch of them sitting here. I mean, I got multiples, you know, here. I got all kinds of them. You know, here's a bunch over here. I mean, there's cards everywhere. Here's, you know, I got them all over, you know. So I'm not worried about cards. I mean, we got cards. So we'll get that out there, get that done. And that's pretty much it. You know, that's not much going on lately, you know. I seen this software that I wanna try to get it and see if we can clean up this piece of footage right here. I really want to try to get this piece of footage cleaned up if we could. Zoom in, maybe clean up some of the pixels if we could. And I don't even know if it's possible, but I really think that there's some information on this exact piece of footage that was caught by Outdoor University that we've been underestimating. So I want to get more to this exact piece of footage, because I was looking at it the other day, and I was just thinking about, you know, I'm thinking, man, the size of this thing it's just incredible, the size of it. You know what I'm saying? Look at how wide it is. Look at its shoulders, man. It's just wide. It's massive. Massive. Look how massive its legs are. You can see its legs. I mean, so I want to see if we can get that piece of footage cleared up a little bit. Because I really believe there's a bunch of hidden information on there that we're totally missing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'd like to do the other one too. If we could clear up, you know, this one. This would be another good one to clean up. You know? Because these are two, you know, that's the follow-up video of the first one, you know? And I mean, and I want to see if that matches the first video. You know what I'm saying? And what was that black thing running from it? You know? I mean, hold on, let me see. What was that black thing running? Watch. You see that black thing running? I mean, that's some crazy stuff. I want to get this one cleaned up too. So I really want to look at that, um, piece of software. Soundwave says, remember, see, we can try uh, soaked beans, okay, a geo gift along with tomatoes. Yes, yes. We're definitely going to get out of here. What are you doing? Um, yeah, so we're definitely going to, do something at the gifting tree. There's no doubt about that. We're definitely going to get something in, just so you know. Um, it is what it is, you know. Rabbit. Could be a rabbit. Could be. I think it's a little bit bigger than a rabbit, but I have no idea what it is. It's a very interesting piece of footage. Um, it truly is, you know. And I want to see if we can try to get it a little better because the software that I used was real chintzy. Um, I mean, and I do have the original still, you know. So I want to try to do something with that piece of footage, Rainbow Rabbit, you know. So, and I wanted to try to get that incorporated into the documentary. You know what I'm saying? Uh, because there's always, like the documentary is going to be an ongoing thing, part one, part two, part three, part four, Um, but, it's because we're always evolving here. We're always getting new pieces of of the puzzle. And every piece of the puzzle that we get leads us closer to the big picture of, what, all the answers that everybody, who, what, when, where, how, what, all of those. All of that, gives us a really good answer. So, but I think that's about it, guys. Jump off here, I guess. All right. Um, Making sure I didn't miss any comments here. Park Service. I've read that one. Mm, mm, mm. Up, Della sent a picture. Hold on, real quick, before we jump off here. There's Morty. Come. There's Morty. So, what else? I think that's it, though. Where you plan to camp out? The camp out's going to be at the gym. No, I'm sorry, at Old Man Whistler's. It's going to be at Old Man Whistler's. Because there's a bunch of good footage, man, that was stolen from us from that. That one standing behind the tree, 10 feet behind me, that I didn't even know was there, with the pass by. That was at the camp out. You know, um, the one staring at me. You guys remember that one when I was in my shelter? What about that? Yeah, the one that was behind my head. Remember? I was talking into the camera, telling you that I'm hearing things out there. Yeah, there's another one that you guys forgot about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was a lot of, pretty good footage that, we lost. But it is what it is, um, you know, and it's nothing that we can't move on from. So, anyways, all right, guys. With that being said, listen, take a kid fishing. Invest in the youth of this country. By doing so, you're actually investing in yourself. These are going to be our future doctors, lawyers, lawmakers, inventors, all of that. You understand? So seriously, take time and mentor. Okay? If you don't want the world to be a screwed up place, then contribute to it not being. You know? That's just serious. It's not a hard concept. Okay? Listen, think of that. Okay? You have the freedoms that you have in this country, man, because of a veteran. You understand? Charles not getting notifications or text and not moving. I don't know. Why, Tim? I don't know what's going on with that. I have no clue what's going on with that. You know? Everyone have a good Sunday. That's what he says. But listen, guys, if you take it in the woods and the water, leave with it. Okay? Seriously. Don't litter. Nobody likes a litter bug, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to keep our planet clean, okay? Listen, 216 632 9385. That is my personal phone number. Guys, depression is real. You understand? It affects millions of Americans every day. You're not feeling yourself. You're feeling sad or anxious or mad. 216 632 9385. Call me. Let's talk about it. All right? I'll help. I swear. I don't care what time it is. I answer the phone. You can ask Tim. He called me like 2 in the morning one time. You know, I'm from Licking County. I answered and talked to him. You know? I didn't try to rush off the phone. I sat there and talked to him. You know? So, anyways. Alright? Put down that Xbox, pick up a tackle box, man. I'm Charles Mills with Outdoor University, and I love every single one of you. And I will see you all in the great outdoors, guys. Here, let's end with that really good piece of footage of that Sasquatch walking. I love this piece of footage. This is the footage where we'll end on today. Yeah, look at that. Look at that stride. That is a... I love that. I love the beginning. Look at that. The arm swing. Look at that. I want to know what it's doing on that, man, to that tree. It almost looks like it's peeing on that tree. I swear. Look at how wide. You can see its back muscles right there. Did you see its back muscles? That was crazy. Here, look. Let's see if we can see its back muscles. Right there. You can see its back muscles. Right there. What comes off the backside of that tree. You can see the crease down its spine where the sunlight is hitting. That's some pretty amazing stuff, guys. That is some pretty amazing stuff. All right. I love you. I'm Charles Mills with Outdoor University, and I will see all of you in the great outdoors. Later, guys.